Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Superstars of Wrestling Review Series, July 31st, 1993. This is the final show that at this moment is available on the network. Luckily, I've found about 70 to 100 episodes on through other sources. I used to have the entire Superstars run from 87 through 92, but all that got damaged in a fire at the storage facility I was using at the time, and so lost literally probably about 15,000 hours of wrestling across all genres, and was very, very sad for a little while. In any event, Men on a Mission versus the Brooklyn Brawler and Brian Costello. Crowds are into Men on a Mission. I don't understand it, but a different time. Anyway, Brawler tries to use some power, Mo not falling for it. Mo dancing around like a rock star. Oscar on the outside, a rap star, so that makes sense. Brawler with a short cutoff with the back elbow. Costello comes in and gets lit up pretty well. Double back elbows by Men on a Mission. Mabel, obviously the larger member, and the member that goes on to the most single success, including an ill-fated King of the Ring win in 1995. Then we see the continuation of tag team work between Mo and Mabel. Mabel ends up getting the victory for the team using a spin wheel kick face to face with Janetti, Bigelow, and Luna. Bigelow and Luna basically say they're going to get rid of Tatanka eventually. Janetti still talking about Diesel and finding an equalizer for him. We move to Adam Bomb and Tony DeVito. DeVito, as mentioned, a member of the Baldies in ECW, 99-2000, but here an enhancement talent for Adam Bomb. Adam Bomb, of course, Brian Clark, who is a pretty big deal over the next few years here. Johnny Polo, a.k.a. later Raven, is the manager here, and I don't know that Clark needed it or Bomb needed it, but they certainly do it. He wears some pretty intense colored contacts and Irish whip on the enhancement talent. Whips him around for a little bit, just basically trying to exert power wherever he can, and we kind of see things going in the direction of Bomb being a guy who really is waiting and more of a stalker in his offensive maneuvers, clotheslines, and chokes by Bomb and a back suplex. He eventually executes a slingshot clothesline over the top rope back into the ring, and then the Adam Bomb power bomb finisher. We see Mr. Hughes against Jason Headings. Hughes carrying the Undertaker's urn. They're still popping that feud through, even though it doesn't really pay off. I mean, I know they work around the loop, but what I mean by pay off is I don't ever remember there being a major TV match between the two. Crossbody attempted by Hardings, and he gets dropped with a backbreaker by Hughes. Hughes does hit a one-footed drop kick, which is pretty impressive for a guy his size. He takes his opponent down relatively simply and then hits the modified choke slam style maneuver for the victory. Then we see the King's Court with the Undertaker and Jerry Lawler. Undertaker basically puts Lawler in his place and that's brought over from Wrestling Challenge. Undertaker puts Lawler in his place about making fun of the fact he's lost the urn. Then we go to Dave Torborg and Brent Tyler versus the Head Shrinkers. Head Shrinkers still lining up to be a team to be reckoned with. Not really finding a whole lot of television stuff to do, but doing a good house show run. Getting the Smoking Guns ready to be bigger stars than they already are. Lots of brawling with the Head Shrinkers here. Double chops, double clotheslines, and the like. Really basic stuff. Then we see them kind of roll their opponents into their own corner to tag in the other enhancement talent, kind of like there's no challenge here. Some back kicks and a top rope splash from the Headshrinkers. They get a victory. Mean Gene up next with a SummerSlam report. We do officially find out that Luger and Yokozuna is going to happen. At SummerSlam, Luger is required now to wear a elbow guard. Bret Hart's still going on about his family and kind of. I never realized until I started watching 1993. Bret Hart in this Jerry Lawler feud begins the whininess that we would know as his deal. And, he's whining about his family, and he's whining about how things aren't fair, and he's going to get even with Lawler. And he goes on and on about the same things, promo after promo. Not a lot of variance in promos there. Mr. Perfect up next against Glenn Ruth. Ruth, one of the headbangers eventually. Perfect kind of coming off of not really having a whole bunch to do. He does make an appearance at SummerSlam with Shawn Michaels, but it's almost like, I don't want to say it's an afterthought, but it's a series that doesn't go nearly as well as one would expect with the athletic ability of both guys. Saw a couple of matches with them at house shows, and it was missing something, and I think Perfect had seen his better days in the past. Anyway, Kurt manages to hit a drop kick and sends the young man to the outside, who stumbles into the steps of his own accord, which is kind of funny. Hits the perfect flex, 1, 2, 3, and we're done. We go to the face-to-face with Shawn Michaels and Doink. Doink still kind of going on about Crush and wanting to get even there. Shawn Michaels basically says that Diesel is a guy that everyone should pay attention to, and that he will be Intercontinental Champion for a very long time. We see the WrestleMania, the album hype, and then we come back and they give Sherry and Luna about 4 minutes or so, 5 minutes or so for a cat fight. There is a referee in the ring, but Luna chokes out Sherry without really settling things up. Bam Bam Bigelow comes in to try to interfere. Tatanka comes in to make the save there. And again, we're kind of going with that feud. Bigelow sent to the outside. And we kind of close on that note. Again, this is the end of what's available on the network as far as Superstars is concerned. We are going back in time, trying to give you the most comprehensive audio archive we can so that you don't have to sit through all the junk. You can go and cherry pick things that might interest you from show to show. But anyway, till next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.